If your pet is sick or injured, you take it to the veterinarian. But what happens if you find a wild animal in need of care? After all, this is Idaho and we are surrounded by wildlife. Tonight in Idaho Gems, Brenda Stanley introduces us to a woman who has dedicated her life to helping sick and injured birds return to the wild.
The job Leslie Schwint is doing takes long hours and can be both backbreaking and heartbreaking as well. And she does it all as a volunteer.
Somebody has to. Somebody has to help the wildlife. You know, they face so many problems with humans and vehicles and power lines, and somebody has to give them a fighting chance.
Leslie Schwint has saved thousands of wild animals. Her main focus is birds, usually raptors like owls, hawks, even eagles. It may seem like a heartwarming and fun thing to do, but the more you witness what she does at all hours of the night and day, you realize this type of work isn't for the faint of heart.
My goal as a wildlife rehabber is to keep these birds wild and to get them back out into the wild where they belong, so we don't become attached. There's a mutual respect. You know, they want to kill me, I feed them, I need to release them, and that's it. And so there's no bond. They don't learn to love me. They don't learn to trust me. You know, I keep them wild so that they have the best chance to survive out in the wild.
Leslie started this work over 5 years ago, has gone through extensive training, and holds state and federal permits and licenses to do this type of work. She does it to help the animals, but there is more to her passion.
A lot of what I do, aside from working with the animals and getting the injured and the orphan back out to the wild, is educating the public as to the human footprint and the impact that humans have, as well as the dangers that these birds face. The other big thing is, you know, if you find injured or orphan wildlife, to contact the professionals like myself or Idaho Fish and Game or even the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. You know, contact a rehabber, you know, and get the animal the help that it needs, and don't try to take it on yourself.
Her mission and work is not only helping the birds, but is making a difference in the community.
It takes help, and our volunteer resources, frankly, one of our best natural resources we have here in the state. Folks like Leslie and facilities that help to rehab animals are an absolutely invaluable part of our management abilities. Without them, a lot of the work that needs to be done could not get done.
And for Leslie, it's moments like these that make all the hard work and long hours worth it.
There's no words to describe it. It's those moments that I live for, and it's those moments that I have to focus on, because in wildlife rehab, I can't save every one of them. But it's the releases that make it worth doing.
Leslie is currently working on becoming a nonprofit and has applied for her state and federal education permit so she can do educational programs at schools and other public groups. Leslie does all this work on her own time and her own expense. If you'd like to help out and donate, or if you need her assistance with an injured bird, we've included a link to Leslie's wildlife rehab on our website at kpvi.com. Now back to you.